really thinking about being there. I'm thinking about Buenos Aires, and when I was walking with Leo Colon, the son of Jorge Colon, from the band Inti Illimani, he was talking to me about Argentina and how the culture of memory was under attack there. But while I'm there, sitting with him at a cafe that Borjas once went to, my mind is in Rome, when I was in a cafe that Pasolini used to go to. When I'm there, my mind is in the Hotel Nacional in Havana, and there my mind is in the hotel, in the Cafe Havana in Mexico City. And I think of Mexico City, and I remember walking through the streets of Tepito, and they're told that Tepito is the most dangerous, poorest area of Mexico City, and like most places that are called the poorest and most dangerous, people there are very proud and they don't want you taking pictures of everything. And I remember seeing on the wall, it said, Mexico is the Tepito of the world, and Tepito is the synthesis of the Mexican. And these were the final steps of Cuauhtémoc. This is where they captured him. And I'm walking the final steps of Cuauhtémoc, and I'm wondering how much of this belongs to the people of Tepito, how much of this belongs to Mexico City, Tenochtitlan, how much of this belongs to the proud and beautiful country of Mexico, and how much of there here is me. And I was in Europe when one of my best friends, Ernesto Ayala, got arrested. And there were tanks in the street. And my friend was in a cage. And there were pictures, campaign to free Ernesto. And in the corner of the picture was a fist. And it was my fist. And I was scared. Not for him, but for myself. Because if I got disappeared in an airport or in transit, no one would know where to find me. And I returned home without any consequence, without any stopping, without any hassles. And I filled up with so much guilt for having thought about myself. And I knew that there was so much more I could be doing. And so this poem is about my life and my neurosis and chasing after things, but ultimately calling for giving your life to something bigger. It's called As of Late When I Look to the Stars. Here we go. My father taught me how to play chess and never let me win. How to throw a punch, not to lunge, secure my position. After the laughter, the tears, the reconciliation, after the last glass shattered, after I was certain everyone was fast asleep, I would sneak from my window, crawl outside and stare at the night. The stretch-lit sky, so far and wide, so indifferent to the troubles of my sad little life, to the constellations I brag and boast, the man I become when strong and grown, for I knew even then that life came in waves and chapters and acts, that this too would pass. So I did not cry or bow my head when I got word the stars were dead, that their reflective light was but a measure of time, the record of what once was. No, I vowed young to live my life, to live and die a star. Portrait of an artist as a young retail associate, arrogant and insecure. The king of the mountain, the dirt in the belly of a worm. I would stare at the clock and contemplate my mortality, my obituary, my epitaph. Here lies a man who folded shirts. After work in the gutter, I would drink down the poison, plot my self-destruction, and howl at the moon. Hang in there, kid. All the world's a stage. Just not yet. And these days, as of late, I live my life staring out the windows of hotels, airports, and planes at the stretch-lit sky. So far and wide, so indifferent to the triumphs of my sad little life. And these days, as of late, when I look to the stars, I wish only for rain to wash away the weakest, most arrogant, insecure parts of me. To all that is left is a link in a chain that I'd wrap around my fist, find a wall and swing and swing and swing and swing and swing until I or it falls, because we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. But it just seems like, in the meantime, you ought to give your life to something bigger. You know?